Hello, fellow non-gender binary consumerist unit. It is currently the 5th of February 2018, and it is today that I am well and truly 100% convinced that the world is utterly fucked and there is no political solution to it. You might call me black-pilled. You might call me some sort of naysayer, counter-signaler, purity spiraler, whatever the fuck you want to use to describe a mindset that is different from the optimistic faggotry of completely ineffectual people. If you want to find out why I think this way, I have just a video for you, namely the one you're currently watching. Let me explain. The Industrial Revolution has led to consumerism, as we now describe it in these circles. The virus that's rapidly spread throughout the organism of our people, which is responsible for wrecking our immune system beyond repair and is now making haste to disable every last vital organ. I propose to you, to this problem, a solution on the one hand to open borders, sodomite communism, and on the other hand, open borders, sodomite capitalism. The false dichotomy that system politics has set up for you is going to lead to our downfall, eventually, if we do not reject it. This does not mean simply escaping it, it doesn't mean rocking the boat a little bit, it means we must fully intend to sink the entire ship, because if we do not sink it now, it will take us all off the cliff. We need not argue over the color of the sails that are going to take us there, we must make sure we do not head off of it, we must swim ashore. So what might this solution be, you ask? This proposed solution essentially is nothing more than embracing a harmony with God's creation, the natural world. You must reject constructivism, but embrace essentialism. Reject lawlessness, embrace order. Reject progressivism, embrace traditionalism. Reject internationalism, embrace identity. Reject capitalism and communism and embrace a third position. Reject our laissez-faire, do not judge attitude towards life, embrace truth, universal and absolute, and live by it. Reject productivism and the myth that only endless economic growth can make sure we live fulfilling lives and we won't just drop dead. Reject system politics as anything more than a pragmatic means of shifting the odds in our favor as much as possible and embrace revolutionary metapolitics. There is too much of everything. The people that simultaneously don't exist as a people and do exist as some loosely defined set of ideals that amount to nothing more than ownership of a piece of paper need to be entertained. Ever reinvented and regurgitated bread and circuses for the masses, the opiate of the Reddit browsing, Netflix binging bugman and cat lady. Smartphones, computers, even portable, consoles to play on, an ever-expanding list of video games to play on said consoles. These things are merely 2 decades old, and they're already utterly boring to modern man. It will not be long before things will be mainstream before they even exist. The only way to return to something resembling a dignified life is to return to humility. You must know yourself and know your vices, know your strengths and weaknesses, stop your pointless consumption, find a wife and leave the whores to die alone. Live a natural life, strive to become self-reliant, stop depending on the system. Form communities or live in the woods, whatever strikes your fancy, but when the time comes you have to act. Be ready to take up arms to defend that which you love and hold dear from the coming hordes of foreign invaders and traitors among your own. Do not reject the notion of violence, for violence is the logical conclusion to a decaying system such as this. We have brought this on ourselves.
Надо разделять людей вот на таких комнатных патриотов и на людей, которые готовы встать вот на защиту. Четкий вопрос, когда человек отписывает, например, там заполняет анкету по поводу прохождения подготовки, четкий вопрос, готов ли он в дальнейшем, то есть он будет здесь 1 день, но готов он потом в дальнейшем откликнуться, когда ему позвонят и встать в наши ряды, даже если, грубо говоря, он за эти 2 дня ничего не получил, ничего не сделал, ничего не усвоил, он готов ли встать потом с нами в один ряд и давать отпор врагу. Но, в принципе, люди здесь заряжены на самые крайние методы ведения борьбы. То есть вплоть до того, чтобы остаться на оккупированной территории и вести партизанскую вот эту подрывную деятельность на территории врага.
Cadriano said it best, really. A country has the Jews it deserves, just as mosquitoes can thrive and settle only in swamps. Likewise, the former can only thrive in the swamps of our sins. I ask you, viewer, only one thing. To reject modernity, to stop funding anti-white media, to stop funding people fundamentally opposed to your values and your existence, to stop living from day to day and make plans for the future. To build a future, not because you have to, but because we can. The white man has been desensitized from everything. He cannot feel, nor hear, nor see what's attacking him. When he's made aware of this, he will reject it. He will decide to fight because he must, and when he chooses to fight, he's already won. Revolt against the modern world. That will be all.